use like なんだろう、ソースは maybe subcategories of ウスターソース、とんかつソースでもいいんじゃない？ Serena could be ウスターソース？
Worcestershire sauce.
なるほど、なるほど。まあ、お好み焼き好きだけど、ウスターソースじゃないか。まあいいか。
For anyone who doesn't know it, you put like Worcestershire sauce on top of Worcestershire sauce on top of Okonomiyaki, which is like a Japanese savory pancake.
It's super tasty.
It's good.
Okonomiyaki 大好き。Not quite醤油, but not quite sauce. おー、なるほど。
Good middle ground.
Yeah, it's kind of different. Yeah, using oyster eggs, I think.
Well, I gotta say though, like in general, like when you see ads in America for that have like Asian women in them, you don't see women with Rena's face, right, or with Rena's style of face, right? I think it is more like that Shoyu style that you were talking about. It's more like I guess what you assume to be stereotypically Japanese in movies.
Wow.
I bought this magazine last time I was there.
In Japan?
Yes. Can I be honest?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, Kenneth bought this because he wanted to research feature film. Yeah, he wanted to depict Japanese girls, so to understand about the mentalities of what girls, you know, like and what girls kind of. This is how it looks, so you guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, so. I don't know if you can see like the style of women that they pick, but like it's very different, right? Like it's you almost never see girls like this with these sorts of facial features. You know,
and all of them are so like pale, and so like I was freaking insecure my whole life.
I'm A1 steaks
with a hint of shoyu. Oh, that's nice.
That sounds like a good blend. I gotta try that next time. So yeah, specifically why I wanted to get the magazine though, the girls magazine, right, is because like, you know, Hollywood movies, I mean, obviously it's the dream, right, that your movie gets picked up by a studio and they screen it everywhere, right?
Yeah.
That's every filmmaker's dream. But what mattered to me most, right, was to do a
Make the day change. そうですね。ありがとうございます。
Makeup controls a lot. That's for sure. Makeup has a huge difference.
We call it cheating.
Yeah. But yeah, what really mattered to me a lot when doing research for this movie, right? Which is it's just a short for now, but it's that like if we're going to be making Hollywood movies, right, get sent out everywhere, right, and they become very depictive, like a representation of what a lot of the people view that country as, you know. So, you know, for instance, the fact that Parasite really took off and was distributed internationally by American studios too. They're really pushing the international distribution. You know, that gives people around the world like a clear idea of what Korean people look like. You know, and so the thing is though that like whenever you see Japanese people being shown in an American movie, they really just kind of show one style of face. They show the shoyu face that we were talking about earlier, which is like the again like when an American person thinks of a stereotypical Asian face, that's what that shoyu face is. And so but the thing is though, like that's not what's considered super popular in Japan right now, you know. And so for me, it was really important to kind of show. Or to find people, obviously, to find makeup, to find styles of outfits and everything that represent what's popular in Japan now, so that people around the world can hopefully see that too. You know, instead of just seeing the one image that they keep pushing in Hollywood.
Hi, Pine House.
But in Japan, like man, like shoyu face man becoming more popular than sauce face boys. Yeah. Now in 3 years.
You said shoyu face guys are more popular.
More popular sauce face right now.
Really? Okay.
Especially men. Women, but men, yeah. So the girls, Japanese girls prefer shoyu face than sauce right now in Japan. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I guess.
But see, like, it was a very interesting TV show. So maybe Kenny-san and Rina-san, you know, but in Japan, like about 2000, that time we had so many, we call them Gan-Guro gal, black-faced girls. That became huge teenager culture in Japan. So many people tanned their skin like exactly like really black. And they thought the black is cool, so they try to be black, but it's not racial meaning, no. As a color, especially girls. Then, so the Japanese TV program went to South Africa and showed the photo of those 17 years old regular black-faced girl photo. And the most popular actress photo in Japan. So the most popular actress is still very white, like skin is really white. And of course, just regular high school student, girl student is really skin is really dark. And so many like facial makeup, then a majority of South African people prefer that black-faced girl than the white-skinned Japanese actress.
Just to clarify for people who don't know, because we just had a few people join in. So like what Hiroki's talking about is Gan-Guro girls, which I guess it directly translates to like black-faced or dark-faced girls, but it's different from what they refer to as blackface in America. Because that's something completely different. In this case, the Gan-Guro style is like, it's like a heavy spray tan, you know, rather than like full-on painting your skin as dark as this, because that's what they did in America with blackface historically way back in like the 20s and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different here, and that's kind of what he's getting at. Just to kind of get some context.
And also it was a way to talk about, to come back at, Edward! Hello! Yamamba ne. Yeah, but it's a way to kind of, go against the grays as well. Hi, Jen!
Yeah.
Against the grains as well. Yeah, craziness.
Yeah.
And remember, there are variety shows featuring these girls as well. And there's specifically Japanese girls magazine about these gyaru magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was to kind of,
well, I remember you telling me that it was almost like a way to like protest or like push back against all these things that are expected of girls.
Yeah.
It's almost like this mentality of like, all right, well, you're telling us so often to be pale,
So
we're going to do the opposite. You know, we're going to go as tan as we can, which is a very teenager thing to do, right?
Yeah.
It's like, screw you, Dad. I'm doing my own thing. I'm not going to do that. I'm the exact opposite. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. It's very different from blackface. Blackface was in America, to use from an American perspective, was used to kind of like diminish or to ridicule black people. And this is actually being done in the exact opposite. It's kind of being done as a way to push back
Japanese has been a rebellious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, super rebellious.
Rebellious spirit.
Yeah. It's very interesting character, isn't it?
Yeah. That's for sure. Well, we've got 5 minutes left.
5 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't know if we have this culture right now. Some people think this is what is that? Like cultural stealing or something. Like I heard like one Caucasian model wears the kimono and had a photo shooting. Then so many people.
Black tribal people, although they have to understand that people may take offense.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't made. That Gan-Guro style that Hiroki was just showing. Yeah, that definitely wasn't made as a way to kind of poke fun or negative or try to even steal Black people's Black tribal culture, it was literally just a way to push back against all these expectations that Japanese society has of girls. So sorry, dude, go for it. Go for it.
No. So, but I think it can be very controversial right now if they do it today. And I believe so many Black people or African American people blame this and call this racism, I think.
I could see that, like, if you don't have the context, it could be perceived as racist, just because it's like similar things have happened in America, and so obviously as an American,
that's a trend,
you gotta explain this, explain the context behind it. It's like as an American, right? You only have your own American perspective to view things, right? And so obviously they wouldn't get the Japanese perspective unless somebody explains it to them.
Right.
Yeah,
and he's right. Jeff says they just need to explain their actions first. The Japanese tend to create some trend, not a racial statement. So,
hello to Tiger Millie.
Hi, Tiger Millie.
Yeah.
True that. There's a very popular manga, Japanese and comic book called Taisho. I remember that was very popular precisely because she was the gyaru girl falling in love as a high school girl and she, contrary to how she looks, she had a very pure, kind of like a genuine personality. How do you?
Oh yeah, because I guess the idea behind gyaru, the girls who would put on spray tan like that, is that they would be very rebellious and wild. And so in contrast to that, the protagonist of the manga is very kind of like,
I see,
I guess, honest and upfront with how she feels. Oh, Ryan joined too. Hi, Ryan.
Yeah, Haro datte. Hi,
Ryan. So it's kind of crazy, you know. It's I mean, I think it's nice to have variety like that, you know, to show that like a really tanned girl can be the of a girl's manga like that, instead of just one style, right?
It's very interesting. Like I never seen. I mean, I have 2 years younger sister, but she didn't do this type of makeup. But we just, I don't know if she did. How did I think? I don't know, but it's okay because I cannot stop. So okay, just go for it. Yeah,
for sure.
So we have 2 minutes left. I don't want to get like all of a sudden I don't want to
get super in depth and something.
Yeah, and then it gets cut off. So we should probably
just wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for your insight, Hiroki-san. And next week should we get back to the filmmaking a bit, or what do you guys think?
Why not?
Like the Akira Kurosawa and let's see.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite a few things we can still talk about in terms of breaking the stereotypes.
Yes.
Brianna Cox. Yes. Oh.
Cool.
And hit studio.
Thanks for joining.
Alrighty.
Cool.
So yeah. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Please stay safe.
And see you next week, right? The same time.
Next week.
Yes. Yep. For sure.
Very cool.
All right then. And thanks again for joining us, Hiroki too.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Thanks, Hiroki-san.
See you guys.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.